Hey guys, welcome back. Toaster here. Got a game for you. I played with Togram and Cuban Titan Kill. This is the game right after our ace, and in the midst of this game, we're going to find ourselves in a position where we can make a difference in the game, and we're going to go do that. And so, at the start of the game, there is one arty, but only one, and we're just going to play a safe, solid game until we can make our move. And so, as always on this map, there's going to be tank destroyers over on this hill, and you're going to be fighting this line, and that's just kind of the standard gameplay on this side. And so what we're going to do is just try and get damage but not be too greedy. Now, artillery is going to be very, very interested in me, and the reason I believe is that Togram is not visible. Therefore, they're picking on the next best thing, which is his platoon mates, right? But it's no big deal. We're staying as safe as we possibly can. And I was kind of hoping this bush would keep me safe from this CDA, but I believe the LTTB might have actually spotted me there. So again, you don't always want to pop up in the same exact spot over and over again. But I do know that this light tank is in these bushes somewhere, and he does something that isn't real smart, which is stay there, and he eats some damage. Now you notice I got one shot, I started backing away, and I turned my turret towards where I thought maybe the Scorpion would be. And so keep in mind, I'm just continuing to try to stay safe and get as many free shots as I can. Unfortunately, that one missed, and we're on a reload. But we're just exposing the barest amount of our tank to try and get some damage. So not a lot to say. This is kind of a slow game. It's the way Kharkov games go. Because of that sniper nest, you really can't push in. And if they're smart, a lot of times people will be in A1 or B1, and they can shoot you from stealth for free when you get spotted. So pushing this is not really, unfortunately, we missed that shot, and another one. But pushing this is really not an option, because they could have something back in the A1, B1 area that could punish us, such as that T-44 or that Centurion. It looks like the Scorpion G is dead. And we do take one hit from the CDA, and of course Artie decides they like us as well. So I don't know if you guys are keeping an eye on the map, but we are. And we've decided they're outnumbered in the city, right? We've got a couple of tank destroyers, OHO, and a 110, and that 110 is going to go down immediately, which kind of tells me I'm making the right play. Now, this thing is super dangerous in city fights because you essentially have 720 alpha, and if you can get the sides or rears of heavies, you can be extremely effective. Now, normally, if I didn't have platoon mates, I might not leave this fight, but I know Togram's there. He's going to stay as safe as possible. He's backed up by an LT-432, which is a very strong light tank, an ISU-152, and a UDES-03. And so I feel like I can leave that side and still win the fight, when in reality, it looks like the enemy team has decided to back off. Now, I see the 53 TP, but I'm assuming that this low is probably following him, but I'm checking my corners carefully because I don't want to get caught by that low. If he's over on this other side on my left, he could stay hull down. But fortunately, it turns out he's not, and we're able to push in, and we're going to have the rear of this 53 TP. And that's what we need, right? As Artie gives us another love tap. And you can see just how dangerous this thing is, because we were able to take that guy out with 3 shells and free up our platoon mate to help out the Oho. Unfortunately, our charioteer gets taken out. He was probably still lit by the 53 TP, to be honest. And right now, what I'm doing is I've only got an Oho in town, and I know they have an SU-130 PM, and they've got an IS-22 somewhere. And I'm just attempting to provide support to this Oho. This Oho plays it pretty well. He really does. So if I see anything out there, of course I'm going to shoot it, and I'm going to back it off so this Oho is free to fight, hit the ISU-152, which is not exactly a fight he probably wants to take, but he's stuck. He cannot leave. And I hear somebody fire. I assume it's the Oho with the derp gun. And so watch what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to sit here. I don't even care if I damage this guy. I just want to hit him and make sure he knows that I'm here. Because if he knows I'm here, then he cannot round that corner. And that is the beauty. Watch this bounce. That is the beauty of playing with a tank like this, that you have an auto reloader. You are so dangerous to the enemy. Now notice what I do. I wait until I'm unlit and I leave. And I know that Oho is now, I've left him alone, right? But nobody knows that. You know, I might be gone, but nobody knows. As we see Togram coming around this side, because they've basically given up this area where the LT-432 is. So this LT-432 is really exerting some map control. And I decide, you know what? I'm going to follow Togram. He's a good player, and I feel like he might have an idea of what he wants to do here. And I want to be able to back him up. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have taken this route because I would figure that SU-130 PM is in one of these lanes. But watch this UDES. This UDES clears that area out, meaning that I can push forward with impunity, right? Oftentimes, someone will sit back in, what is that, B0 and use the bushes there. But it's obvious to me that nobody's there, and then we're gonna try and separate a little bit from the UDES and see what we can get as far as a crossfire goes. And you notice we do pop out, and there's our buddy the Artie. How nice is that? Too bad we missed. He's gonna be a nice guy though and wait for me to reload before he pulls out, so there's that. And we're going to take nice, easy aim and take that guy out. Now we spot this LT-432, right? And he really, in that ditch, he's in a very bad spot. He has nowhere to go. He really is, he's doing the only thing he can to create vision. So I asked Togram to follow me because we could intercept this guy, and with the two of us, we can kill him. And take minimal damage, right? So that's what my plan is. So he was spotted up here. I assume he's going to come back down this ditch. And looks like the T-44 is in cover. It looks like the UDES is in cover. And so I'm going to set up a nice little ambush for this guy, right? He has no idea I'm here. So we put 1 into him, 2 into him, and 3 into him, right? And he puts a couple of shots into me, but I'll take that trade all day long. Yeah, I just assume he's a decent player because he's doing about the only thing he could do. And Togram is requesting help. He's gone down in there, and so I'm willing to help him out here, of course. And watch what we do here. We're trying to get a shot. Oh, no shot. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just ride it out. And that was... If it was a closer game, I wouldn't have done that. But it didn't really matter. So that puts us up at 3,100 damage. So now I've got to be careful, right? I'm one shot for anything. But the Artie's dead, so as long as I bush camp, I should be able to get some free shots somewhere. And we've just about run out of standard rounds. We're going to take a punt on this T-44, and then we'll change to gold rounds, I believe. Or do I? I can't remember. I think I changed to gold rounds here. But this is being patient in a game on a map where there's camping spots, right? It's really hard to dig people out of this camping spot at, C3. And so I don't even know if I have a shot, but we're going to take a punt anyway. And it looks like I kill him, but in reality it's Togram that kills him. Yeah, and we do reload. So it's fairly certain that this SU-130 PM hasn't moved. He's waiting for a last shot of damage. And Togram asked nicely for someone to get off the cap, and they actually do. So that's great, right? Let us get a little bit of damage and XP at the end of the game. So I believe that they are waiting for me to get into position. And I do get into position, and we're able to take out that SU-130 PM. Now, I'm not going to see any more damage here, but the reality is playing that as a team and using the map and watching our map to see where we can isolate enemies and get kills on guys that have less than 720 health really helped us to bump us up. That's 3,300 damage that we see. I don't know if I had more than that or not, and 5 kills. At any rate, let's look at the after action on this. Okay, here we are at the after action report, and this is a first class. No ace tanker for us. Too bad we didn't get that 6th kill. But we ended up with 3,380 damage, 5 kills, 1,253 base XP. Togram was in 2nd place. Trust me, there were plenty of games where he beat me in score. I just am showing the ones on my channel that I did well in. So maybe he'll send me a replay sometime and I can show you some of the things he does in his light tanks. And our charioteer got stuck in town and he didn't do a whole lot, it happens sometimes. I hate the charioteer. 27 shots, 19 hits, 15 pens. And we got a whopping 77 assists. So 79,000 credits. That's not a bad work for 11 minutes. We did have a personal reserve going, and with all of our bonuses, we ended up with 2,200 XP for our crew. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you'd like to see more content, please do comment and subscribe and like the videos, and we'll let you guys dictate what we show. Thank you much. Bye.